Got him!
Who are you?
I'm the cook.
So Rocksteady and WB have finally given the okay for fans who play the alpha to really discuss the game so that we, the fans, can sell their game.
You is a motherfucker, you know that?
And keeping in line with these characters, I kinda wanna do a bait and switch and just shit on the game, but I won't. And that's because this game gets far too much hate. In my eyes, this game has gotten more than enough hate. There's so much against this game. It's too woke, the UI and the HUD is a mess, the legacy of Kevin Conroy, and the act of killing the Justice League.
No. Wait.
Look, I get it. I don't want to kill the Justice League. And personally, I don't want to use my hands to put on a controller and actually kill Batman. Kevin Conroy's Batman. Like, I could leave that to Hollywood. They can do that themselves. But me personally, I would prefer to just play as Batman and just be a hero. But that's not the direction that Rocksteady and WB wanted to move forward with. They wanted to probably tie this with the upcoming, at the time, the Suicide Squad movie. And it's okay. Like, I'm okay with that. I think this game is interesting in many places, but at the same time, I understand the criticisms. I'm personally concerned about the idea that we are going to be paying a lot into this game with microtransactions. In the alpha, they didn't really show us how that would work, but it's possible that they're actually going to move forward with that. And I hope that they don't move forward with that. I suspect that what they are planning to do is just have us pay for skins and story modes, and that's it. And that's about on par with what they normally do, so hopefully that's the plan. And if we look at WB's previous games, Gotham Knights and Hogwarts Legacy, they technically had the ability to do it. They could have totally did that if they wanted to, especially with Gotham Knights, but they didn't. So I don't know, I think they may not end up doing that with the Suicide Squad. Speaking of which, this game feels so much better than Gotham Knights. And I understand that's a very low bar because Gotham Knights was very divisive. But when I played this game, the frame rates weren't dipping, especially when you were online. I didn't notice like it was bugging out, which if you played Gotham Knights originally when it first came out, it was stuttering. And I thought that was the main reason originally with Gotham Knights why it would dip below 30 frames, but when I disable all the features for anyone to jump into my game, it still stuttered. So I don't know what's wrong with that game. But this game, whether you're online with friends or not online, it's beautiful. It's very stable. As a matter of fact, and I think another reviewer brought this up, I was all the way down, I forget where that location is, but I think it's by the Superman statue where the Riddler's race was, and I think my team was all the way near like maybe a standard mission, or maybe they were just shooting the Brainiac enemies, but I was super far from them and the game did not dip. That's insane. I mean, I wouldn't say super inventive because like regular games like battle royales actually do that, but their other game, Gotham Knights, wasn't able to do that. The next thing I want to bring up is the movement. The movement, again, right in between these two games, Gotham Knights and Arkham Knight, it's not automated where like when you're playing Batman or any of his other characters, you're like jumping from one enemy to another and beating them up. It's not like that, and it's also not stationary like Gotham Knights where you're like standing there and you don't feel very powerful. You just feel like you're just throwing regular punches, like you're in a street brawl, which is fine, but it just, when you come off Arkham when you come off Arkham Knight, bro, and you go to Gotham Knight, it's just not worth it. Now, the next thing I want to bring up is the UI, because I've seen tons of people complain about this, and I personally don't get it. Usually, people complain about like the HUD or the UI because they're playing like a shooter, and you don't want to have like too many crowded things or too many things going on your screen when there's a nearby enemy, right? And yes, this is a shooter, but this isn't PvP. Like, this is when you would be concerned about this. Like, if I'm playing Halo or COD and I see an explosion and this explosion is so huge I can't see behind the explosion that there was an enemy there, or to my right there's an enemy there, then I'm dead. So it only makes sense to maybe lessen certain things, like maybe make the screen more visible with the HUD, right? But again, this isn't that type of game. This is not even a first-person shooter. So why are people complaining about the HUD being so crowded? And this is where I go back to what I was saying. I think this game gets so much hate for well, I'm not gonna say no reason. There are some reasons, but it's just overwhelming. And I wish I could defend this game far more than I can, but they didn't allow us to record. And if I recorded, I probably would have got in trouble, so I'm not gonna do that. I can only go off from memory of what the game was like, and that was back in December. So again, why did you guys do that? You guys messed up really badly with the alpha. You should have released the alpha probably this month, early this month, and then do the preview, and then at the same time within the preview, maybe allow for the NDA to be released, and then the game drop. I think that would have been far better, but I don't know. Maybe they wanted to do that before Christmas, get the servers prepared so that they can actually get the game ready by January. Who knows? I don't know. And the very last thing I just need to bring up, because while I was making this video, I saw this comment. I'm like, is this real? Apparently Destin from IGN replied to my video, which is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. But dude, I don't hate you. I don't think you're a baddie. Nah, I'm lying. Maybe a little bit a bad gamer. But I'm just saying, like, from my point of view, when I looked at this gameplay, it did not look as bad as he made it out to be, because he's talking about running into these invisible walls and he's walking into objects. Like, he's walking into a giant flower, he's getting hit by lightning, and the only thing I can really think of that he's referring to is when the players make contact with foreign objects, like the turret, the Brainiac turret. I noticed when I was playing the alpha that if I brushed against it a little bit, or if I jumped too close to it, it would knock me back. So if that's what he's referring to, then yeah, I agree. That's dumb. They need to fix that. But at the same time, I was still right, because you're running into an object, dude. Like, avoid the objects. But I don't know. As for the Flash gameplay, I can backtrack on that a little bit, because I haven't played it. In the alpha, we only play up to where we meet Green Lantern, and then the game ends there, and we just repeat the first 3 missions. So when the game finally drops, I'll see if it's probably shit or if it's good, but we'll see in the future.